Check the next minute. It just became older by 1 minute, by 1 hour. Before it gets to 1 year, it is first 1 second. So I want you to take this investment of your time very serious, because like I said, your time is your life. So if you are going to spend 1 hour 30 minutes here, if you waste that time not paying attention or not making most of that time, just know that you've wasted 1 hour 30 minutes of your life. Not just because when you call it time, it's because if you had 80 years to spend on this earth, you are spending 1 hour 30 minutes out of those 80 years here. And so you can't afford to waste your time. We at Prince Logistics, we understand the value and the essence of things like this. That's why in setting up this meeting, we brought in resource persons that have value to give to you for this time you are investing here. We brought people that can have value to give to you. So please, don't play down on this opportunity. It might look small, it might look like we are few, but this is a gathering of eagles. It's a convocation. A convocation is a gathering of eagles. So this is a convocation. So I don't want you to play down on this opportunity. So there is value to be given to the sale, how to make sales, making sales. So as we all know, it's not all about producing or creating goods and services. So and whether we like it or not, everybody is selling something. To make money, you must sell something. So very well. You might not be selling a product, but you are selling that your skill to someone. It doesn't matter how good you are, if you can't sell yourself, you'll be wondering why you are so skillful, but why nobody is patronizing you. It might also amaze you that the most celebrated people in terms of business and in other aspects of life, in other spheres of life, some of them are not the most skillful, but some of them are better at projecting themselves. They are better at packaging themselves. They are better at branding themselves. So when they come out, people, when you come out with your skill and they look at them, they look more organized and they look better informed. They look more strategically positioned, and so forth. And people don't just go for what they like. People are always moving for what appears to be nice first. You must be able to attract the kind of attention in the marketplace. So I'm telling you why this program is being set up. You must be able to attract the kind of attention you want. For instance, let me give you an instance. If I bring all refined gold and put it here, and put refined gold here, I'm telling you, and if I just ask you to dip, unrefined gold looks like a stone, looks like the normal rock you see on the way. That's what it looks like. But it is gold, quite alright, but it can't attract attention because it's not refined. And so that is what this class is all about, making you able to attract the kind of attention you desire for your business, for your skill, for your product, and also for your organization. Some of you might be working for somebody, but there are some ideas you can pitch. You can pitch to your boss, that moves you up the scale, that moves you up the ladder, the career ladder. So I want to welcome everyone here. This 1 hour or so, don't let this brief time be spent here be a waste of time, be a waste of life, be a waste of resource. Thank you very much. So I'd like to invite our first speaker for today.
Jonathan Nwachukwu Chibueze, otherwise known as Jaisi Inspires, digital entrepreneur, content creator, and marketer. Okay, Prince Logistics, as told to me by my friend Prince, is an organization set aside to impact into the lives of young aspiring entrepreneurs on how to make sales, how to do sales. because Prince as a friend has come to an understanding that going globally as a business or as a brand needs to really understand how sales goes and how sales actually helps the business to grow. So Prince Logistics basically is just to impact into the lives of young entrepreneurs, as I've said, and how to generally make sales and how to grow globally, online and offline. At the end of this program, I expect that every individual here attending this meeting would indeed see the secrets and some tips on how to increase sales online and how to create more awareness for their brands or businesses or ideas they have coming up.
Yeah. Good afternoon, class. Okay, my name is Jonathan Machukwueze, well known as Tyson Spies. And today I will call upon my friend Prince to speak to you on what content creation is all about, how to make sales with content creations, basically looking at videos especially. So I'll be I'll give you a rundown of what I'll be giving you right here in class. So first on my list I will be defining what marketing is, how marketing came to be, and we'll be delving deeper into what video marketing is and types of video marketing and why you need to start marketing with videos especially. So before I move on, I first want to make you recognize that I am a digital entrepreneur and I specialize in creating content, not just creating content but also video content, because over time I have come to understand that videos is actually the main thing right now. Facebook, Instagram now provide options for videos in your stories, as your stories and all that. So, what is digital marketing? This is simply an online marketing strategy to promote products and services, that sell products and services. And most of these tools for digital marketing include the website. The website is one of the major tools for digital marketing. Secondly, we have social media handles, Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, YouTube, and the rest of them. We have a branded logo, we have video contents, we have articles, publishing of articles, of blogs, and the rest of them. Now, out of these tools, the one that interests me more is video content. And why video content? I want to make you understand that not everyone nowadays is actually willing to go through articles. The number of people, visitors on Google reduced, and this reduction was channeled to the usage of YouTube more. What does this tell you? This tells you that people nowadays looking for solutions to answers mostly go on YouTube to search for information rather than going searching on Google. I feel like YouTube gives this sense of trust, like it explains more because it's actually visual. You get to understand more, you get to get the full gist. Unlike the Google where you get to read articles. And people truly do not want to go through that stress of reading long articles. So we just channel over to YouTube to check for videos. Short clip videos that will explain everything. And this YouTube as an app has helped so many businesses, even churches. The one way churches now grow worldwide is through live videos, through YouTube. Because they understand that this is the fastest and the most powerful way to reach out to most people in a very short time. Okay? So that's that about it. Right. So what is video marketing? Video marketing is the use of video to raise awareness, create engagement, and drive sales. It's a part of digital marketing. Okay? its use of video to create awareness, create engagement, and drive sales. Now, the 3 points there are to raise awareness. I've explained that how you can use videos nowadays to create more awareness. Second, to create engagement. Now, if you notice, if you scroll through Facebook newsfeed, if you notice, when you see an article, the number of comments you see under an article is not the same number of comments you see under a video online. I don't know if you notice something like that. It's because videos create more engagement. People tend to comment more on videos than write-ups. Because even the write-ups that you put, I'm not saying write-ups are bad. I'm a writer. I write almost everything that I post. And I understand that write-ups is a nice way of putting out your ideas. But not everybody is willing to go through write-ups knowing that there are other contents available that they can always check. So videos is actually the best way to captivate their minds and to keep them watching. And at the end, they just tend to comment because one, videos connect better with people. Videos connect better with people. Through the use of sounds, interactions, they build trust between the viewers and the person transferring knowledge on the video. So that's what it raises awareness, it creates engagement, and it drives sales. So obviously, if it creates awareness, it's a potential for sale. If people are always coming to, maybe you have in a video, you have over 100 and something comments, that's a potential to actually go further to connect with them and to pitch your idea or your product or your business to them. So videos generally activates build trust and it generates better engagement and other content, other forms of content. So why video marketing? I want to give some facts that will maybe inspire you to actually start looking towards the size of creating videos. Now, the first fact I have here is Google's research shows that 6 out of 10 people would rather watch online videos than televisions, than write-ups. Google understands this as a fact. So you notice nowadays when you check on when you go on Google and you search how do you create a website, what Google does nowadays, if you can check it right now, is they give you first the explanation and everything, and at the end you get to see a video, and these videos are linking back to YouTube. So Google actually understands that in as much as people will not actually want to go through the long write-up, they will always want to set for a video. And so that just because Google is afraid of losing its visitors, they try as much as possible to include videos for every of their posts. They try to include videos because they understand that people nowadays are actually out for videos. The second fact I have is that YouTube states that its users view more than 1 billion hours of video each day on the platform. Recently, YouTube has stated that its users view more than 1 billion hours of video each day on their platform. Why is this so? The truth is, one thing about video is that it's very hard to just look away from it. Like when you are done with one video on YouTube, you just tend to click on another one and start watching. And when you are done with that, you still tend to click on another one and start watching. Why? Because if you notice, most of the the cover picture of every video on YouTube seem very attractive. And so you just tend to click on it, and when you start watching, you just, because of the sounds you hear, because of the visuals you see, you just get to be very captivated, very connected to it. So videos is just a marvelous way of actually getting people's attention and getting engagement from them later on. The fourth fact I have is HubSpot found out that 72% of customers would rather learn about a product or service by the way of video. This has confirmed what I have been saying here. HubSpot, which is one of the greatest blog websites in the world, has found out that 72% of customers would rather learn about a product or service by video. If you come, truth is the only place where I would say write-ups will really work is when you have a blog. Blogs generally are mostly used for write-ups, articles. That's where people actually say, that's where people would actually say is the right place to start reading about a product. But if you come on Facebook and start posting long articles, because I want to believe that if you want to advertise this book and you really want to make people to buy it, you have to give a long, persuasive write-up about this book. And if you post such a long, persuasive article on Facebook, you will not get results because Facebook has so many distractions. There are other distractions. Because as you are reading this through this thing, you just tend to get distracted by maybe a notification on your phone from another app or something like that, and you just get bored at some point. But one thing video does is that it keeps you, especially when you do it right. That's why I'm still going to go into video creation, especially when you do it right, especially when you know the secrets on how to captivate someone in your videos. So what I'm saying generally is, if you really want to advertise a product, if you really want to make people to stick to your explanation to the end, videos is the right way to go. And so what does it cost to create and promote videos for your business? Generally, to create videos for your business will only cost you either your phone or a laptop. Basically, it will either cost you your phone or a laptop. Many people, there's this notion that you just have to have a laptop before you can create videos. There is this popular notion, and that's very wrong. I mean, the world has gone so digital that even with your mobile phone, you can create professional videos that can portray what you're trying to say in a very nice way. Very nice way. So it will basically cost you your phone a little of your time, because you need time to create these videos, and basically your data for some apps requires data to create these videos. So before I go to how you can actually get started to creating these videos, I want to first ask if there is any question before I go into this. Is there any question you want to ask me pertaining to why maybe you have not really understood why you need videos for your brands, for your business? Is there any question? The floor is open for questions. Do you still have that? Do you still feel that write-ups and audios would serve better than videos? The truth is, as people, we differ. We differ. I'm not here to convince. I'm not here to actually force you to go into video creation. I'm just giving you facts. There are facts on this. The truth is, you might actually see write-up as the best way because you feel you are good at writing, and so you just feel like write-up is your thing. So you can't go into other things. But one thing about life is, it's always good that at some point you check out some things, you just try some things, to see if it actually gives results. So that's what I'm just here to actually, maybe if you still think that write-ups is the best, is one of the best ways to portray your ideas, I'm just here to give you another way to follow. So I'm not really forcing you. So any question, anything you want to say?
alone. Creating videos, they are good. Writing too, they are very powerful. Just that, we are in the age of where people will always tell you that things are not even. So somebody will look at your video and will not start thinking of his data or her data. Do you get it? As I don't have time. And somebody might just look at your video. By just mere speaking, he's already calculating, saying you are too proud, the way you are talking and all of that. So creating videos, they are good. To me, there is that's why he's going to talk about creating it. I think in even teaching us how to create it, it will even tell us the ethics, not just to create videos. There are ethics to that. The write-ups too, they are very powerful. When I see a write-up, I would like to just see the whole write-up in full. I will not start scrolling to see if there is any paragraph that is captivating. Once I see a paragraph that is captivating, I will start reading from the top. So in putting up things, in writing, try to, like that is what he does online. In writing, he tries to break it down. Try to put enough paragraph, no limitation to that. You can even finish one sentence, put another paragraph so that people can just look at what you've written down and be able to pick a point without reading it from top to down. So two of them, they are very good. It depends on the manner at which you push it. Thank you.
Yeah, nice contribution. Thank you very much. Okay, so I have 10 minutes now. So basically to wrap this up, how you can get started. Now, obviously, creating videos is not something that you do theoretically. It's something that has to be. It's a practical something. And so, fortunately, I'm currently running a video creation class where on WhatsApp, where I already have about 2 members who are willing to learn how this video creation works. So, okay. So thank you once again for having me. I'm really grateful.
That was a wonderful experience, and I believe we've learned a lot in that short time. My youth president, my Oga is here, my youth president from MPGC is here. Welcome, sir. Our next speaker. So I believe we learned a lot, right? We learned a lot. Okay, thank God for that. I would like to invite the next speaker, the person of Prince Belt.